So, morning, friends. I'm doing this by myself today, so I don't have a backup, a camera guy behind me or girl. I'm doing it all myself. It was a little dark earlier, so I turned on some lights. It's quiet because everybody's asleep. Okay, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a life coach. I'm a mom. Just wanted to let you know that. This is my journey of healing. I'm sharing it with you. Hopefully it's helpful. I remember I have disassociated myself as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I don't listen to a lot of videos, but I have listened to individuals who kind of share messages out there for their families to listen to. It's really heartfelt, and I wish it was that easy, right? I wish that loved ones would listen to individuals that have been disassociated or disfellowshipped or whatever. But generally, no, they're probably not going to. A little bit of background information. My mother and I have been estranged for years. I think I calculated in the 26 years that I have been married, probably 19 or 20 of those years, my mom hasn't talked to me. She didn't like me for whatever reason. It's control, has everything to do with control. And so I don't feel that I want that connection. You know, I'm not putting this out there so she can hear me and we can have a connection again, reconnect. I think there's safety in having Jehovah's Witnesses not talk to you anymore. That's my personal opinion. I wish my friends could disconnect me from the belief, but that doesn't work with Jehovah's Witnesses. Everybody just it's so codependent and dysfunctional, and you just can't seem to separate the belief from the person. I remember one young girl about 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, she had gotten disfellowshipped. She was a sweet girl. And you don't know why somebody gets disfellowshipped. And of course I followed along like everybody else in not talking to her. When she got reinstated, she told me something that was very interesting. She said, and very helpful to me now, she said that she was really grateful that nobody talked to her. She just didn't, there was a peace in that. And I get that. I had a few phone calls, one from a friend 30 years ago who I didn't even know how to spell my name. I got a text from him. And I mean, he hasn't had anything to do with me for the last 30 years. So what he said to me wasn't really helpful because we've had no connection. Just don't do this. Really? Because you have no idea what I've been through. Really? Okay. And then two other friends, both of them terribly distraught, and I understand that. I mean, this isn't easy for them, and it isn't easy for me, but at the same time, like I said, there's like no disconnection. There's the person, and then there's the belief, and it's sucked in and people can't see the difference. I'm doing this because I feel safety of the children safety of our children is priority. Safety of our children is priority. There is no safety net, nothing. And for young adults who get disfellowshipped because they've made a choice at a very young age to get baptized. Dangerous. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. There's nothing in the scriptures that said that Jesus baptized children. He baptized adults, not children. From what I've read, there's nothing that says Jesus baptized children. So, yeah. It's just a little background information. I don't feel a connection to. I think when you sit back and you look at a connection to being connected outside, I'm not leaving messages so somebody on the outside could hear me. I recognize that I am dead to them. So it's okay. Another point that I wanted to say, I don't want to ramble, but because I want it to be purposeful talk. I want it to be useful to somebody. I just know that when that young sister told me that, it helped me now. It has helped me now that she said, there's comfort in not having anybody talking to you. And I find that there's comfort. And I don't want dysfunctional in my home. I don't want individuals telling my children certain things that would make them scared of the future. And I don't want that. It's a looming cloud that people give you when you don't go to the meetings or you don't agree with their teachings, and it's not biblical. Or it's not scriptural. There's nothing in the scriptures that say only Jehovah's Witnesses will be saved. Show me that. I want to know. Where's that? That's what I told my elders. I held up the Bible and said, hello, can you show me where that is? There's nothing that says that. Jehovah's Witnesses will be the only ones saved. What about Rahab? All her family went in. They didn't even know anything about God, Jehovah God. She was the one that knew. And her family got saved because of her actions. Job, none of us ever questioned that he's going to see his 10 children. But Job was specific. He would sacrifice for his children because he knew that they just might not be interested in his God. So he sacrificed for them because he wanted to make sure that they were covered. He covered his bases, so to speak. So yeah, no. Wrong. There's nothing biblical on there that says only Jehovah's Witnesses will be saved. That bugs me because there's a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses that do not have family members that are Jehovah's Witnesses. And what, they're going to die? That would, again, most of the world is going to die because they're not baptized Jehovah's Witnesses. Do you really think that's fair? I don't think that's fair. That's not a fair God. That's not a God that has mercy and love. So, I always tell my husband, I don't speak man, I speak woman. So hopefully I told you what I felt. I hope I did it properly with purposeful talk, positive talk, something that can help you for the day and for the time that's coming ahead of us. I'm in the beginning of my journey. I wish I could speed it up. I wish I could speed the pain and the feelings of isolation up, because these are people that I love and I know that love me. They just don't. They're fed what the organization feeds them with those 8 men. What they feel is God himself. So, I felt the same way. Don't give up. Don't give up on your family members that were going to live and die Jehovah's Witnesses. Don't give up on them. I was one of them. I was one of them. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay. Thank you for listening. Hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them at the bottom and I do get to them. All right. Well, follow your bliss and be good humans.